arrived at your destination.
This is the sort of vehicle I have to win a race with. Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new challenge video. Today's challenge takes us to Forza Horizon 4. It was only inevitable that we were going to have to come back to this game at some point. This challenge today comes from Inferno the Fox, and his challenge for me is a simple one. It's to win a Road Series circuit race with a vehicle that's tuned for drifting. So basically, we're taking the lifestyle of one, which is racing, and the lifestyle of another, which is drifting, and putting the two together. This can only end well. There are some caveats to this. I have to have it at either A class or higher for the vehicle of choice, and the Drivatars difficulty must be expert or higher. So my choice of car that I'm going to be using for this is what you're seeing on the screen right now. It is, of course, a beautiful Mazda RX-7, which I've done up with a specific livery because anyone who knows me well enough would probably easily guess why I would go for this. Let's put it that way. But the reason I went with the RX-7 is simple. One, I really like the RX-7. Two, it's a vehicle that a lot of people would look at as a potential good drift vehicle, and it's an RX-7, shut up. Now, I'd just like to stress out before we really get into this challenge that A, I am not a professional drifter. B, even if I was a professional drifter, I would not be using Forza Horizon 4 as my game of choice. And C, I certainly don't know anything about tuning drifting vehicles. So what I've decided to go ahead is just grab the first one I could quickly find. Apparently this one is called Perfect Drift. I'm not exactly a professional drifter, as I said, so I'm not going to be the judge here. If you know anything more about drifting, then yeah, feel free to leave your comments down below. But I'm just grabbing this one because it was the first one that showed up, and I thought, this'll do. This tune specifically is a little bit more than A800, it's S1847, but Inferno never said I couldn't only use an A-class vehicle. It's A-class or higher. So we're gonna go with this one because why not? Now, of course, we have a lot of different road racing tracks that we can choose from. There's plenty in the game. But for me, I thought I would choose a track that really focuses on the tight, twisty aspects to really emphasize the drifting nature of this vehicle. So for that, I've decided to go for the Glen Rannoch Hillside Sprint track. And we'll see if this is the track for us. As always, I'm going to give myself 3 attempts on this to try and win. I'm crossing my fingers for this. I'm just going to go for the default Horizon Presents event, mostly just because I'm lazy. So the grid we have here is a lot of relative vehicles. We got a bunch of different RX-7s, we got some Skyline GTRs, Fairlady Z, a Honda NSX, a Mazda MX-5, and even a TVR Sagaris in this event as well. Oh, and I'm sure you've noticed as well that we're playing this whilst the game is in winter mode, just to really add to the difficulty. So there we go, I've set it to expert difficulty because I'm not really going to try and mess with it going any higher for this. Let's just keep it where it is and we should be fine. Hopefully. So with that, let's jump right into it. I have no idea what to expect for this, but we're gonna have to see how this all works out. Of course, the game would decide that it would put me in an event with an actual professional drifter, well, at least one that's in my friends list for this. But since this is just Drivatars, I won't really have to be worrying about that too much. You can see, though, that just with the way this thing just kind of spins its wheels and stuff, that, yeah, it's unsurprising that I would be left behind, at the initial start. And yes, this is rear-wheel drive tuned. I was not going to cheat and use an all-wheel drive tuned drift vehicle, because, yeah, that's just cheap. Alright, well, here's the good news. We can now just use this bit and try to speed on by. This vehicle is still relatively quick, so I'm using that to my advantage. Unfortunately, that's not going to help. And I'm going to try and go in on the inside here. Nope, never mind. The door got shut. Easy now. I don't want to completely give it the spinning of the tires. Oh, boy. Yeah, you can tell, like, just... This thing is supposed to have a lateral G of 1.7, but with the way this car slides and drifts about, you would never be able to tell. Try to speed up here a bit. Hopefully... Oh, we're getting some tail action. Sorry, Arrow. Of course, of all the people I'd end up hitting during a challenge like this, it'd be the one who's actually a professional drifter. Well. So we now need to just catch the podium 3 there. And they all seem to be kind of very grouped up with one another. And of course, now we're up on the uphill section with some of the more twistier stuff, so although there's a bit of downhill as well, so we're going to have to be careful here. What I might do is I might do a bit of short shifting just to get this thing to stop revving right up to the red line. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to catch them in time because they're already definitely spaced out over there. And with me just sliding around these corners, I'm not going to get enough to catch them. So we're going to have to give this another go. So let's try to give this another shot and see if we can at least get any more luck this time. I thought I would try to shift right up to 4 to try and get this thing to start seeing some power, and that does seem to have helped a little bit compared to the last start. I like how we have like all these kind of just normal sorts of vehicles, and then you just got Kuru's Drivatar just bringing in a GTR LM road car. I find that quite interesting. Marcus, what are you doing? So now we only have 2 cars to catch, and we're definitely in a better position right now to do so. Though those 2 are very close to one another right up there, so they might be one of those really quick Drivatars that are much difficult to catch than the rest of them. Oh, jeez. You can just see the way the car wants to snap. It wants to cut loose and just go for it. And I'm just trying to fight with the car to try and stop it from completely doing so. So there's the 2 that we got to catch. We got Jizzo and we got Clean Colt, also known as Scott, both with skylines there. We're definitely closing in on them now, so, oh, here we go. We're going for it, and we're in the lead. Very good. Now we got to hold on to it. Thankfully, with the way this game is, I can sort of now kind of kick back and just really enjoy the skids. Of course, I'm not going to get too carried away with it because I want to make sure they stay behind, but the way the AI tends to be sometimes not. Oh, Scott's AI was trying to go for a daring take there, but it didn't quite work out. There we go. Get a nice long one in there. Again, I am no professional drifter, and I'm sure my lines are terrible, but for the sake of what this vehicle is... Oh, hello. Scott pulled the fast one on me. Ooh, is this going to cause another restart? I sure hope not. I want to be able to get this. I'm going to have to be a bit daring. Oh, yes! He really slowed down, or as I just fucking went for it. Slided big heat to the finish, and there we go. Another challenge down with another victory. And again, 2 attempts. Starting to notice a pattern lately with some of these challenges, with them doing it all in 2 attempts. But nevertheless, that's the key, right? To get the win, and that's exactly what we have done. So as it often goes, if you do want to request a challenge, just leave it either down below in the comments or join my Discord and leave it in the challenge request section. I'm all for racing games. That's my main primary focus, so those are going to be the ones I prioritize. Challenge must not go for more than 30 minutes because I just don't want to leave you guys waiting around for ages to see the outcome of a result. But other than that, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and hit subscribe because that really does help out the channel. Make sure to leave a comment as well if you enjoyed the video too, because in this algorithm-ridden world that is YouTube, that helps out a lot. Come check out my other links down below where I've got a Twitch if you want to watch me stream live, or if you want to help support the channel in any somehow way, check out my Patreon. You can get your name at the start of a video with just $1 or more pledge. Thank you guys so much, and I hope to see you all on the next one.